If you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself?
Am I a conscious hot dog?
You're a hot dog.
I think I'd eat myself if I didn't realize I was eating myself, along the lines of, you know, I wouldn't start gnawing on my hand, consciously knowing I was gnawing on my hand.
Well, you're a hot dog. You really have a hand.
Exactly. But I mean, in the same process, if I was a walking, talking hot dog, do I have consciousness? Am I aware of the fact that I'm actually eating myself?
I have no idea.
Aren't you the philosophy major?
Or am I?
Good point.
Do you know anything about Glenn Beck's rally on this past Saturday?
The senator or governor, was it?
Glenn Beck? No, he's a radio talk show.
Oh, no, I missed that one completely. I did hear that there was a senator recently who attended BG, and no one showed up.
Oh, no, Glenn Beck's rally was in D.C. It was on the Lincoln Memorial. It was on... It wasn't on the same step as Martin Luther King's. It was like 2 flights down or something, which he apparently thought everyone needed to know. So you haven't heard anything about that?
I honestly haven't.
There are allegations, I'm not going to say for sure that Glenn Beck said this, but it is reported that Glenn Beck has accused President Obama of being racist against Caucasian Americans. Do you think that's true?
Whew. Once again, another tough question. It's hard to be in any position, anywhere, without people thinking you're prejudiced of anything. Certainly, if I was to become President of the United States, example, people would claim prejudice against me. And it could be founded, it could be unfounded. Quite honestly, I think he's doing the best job that he can. And that's all we can ask of somebody.
On that note, if you had to rate him on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being poor, 10 being excellent, how would you rate the job President Obama is doing?
Alright, in context of the last president, I'm going to put about 7, 7.5. In context of all presidents thus far, I'd say he's running about average for this time. I'd give him a 5, 6.
Last question. Which do you think is the better invention? The pocket or the sandwich?
Well, I do like food, but I also like carrying money.
Were they giving these out?
I'm gonna go with the sandwich. In fact, I'm gonna go with the pocket sandwich.
Is that a sandwich you put in a pocket or a sandwich that you could put things in and use as a pocket?
I'm gonna go with a sandwich that you can put into a pocket.
The pocket-sized sandwich.
The pocket-sized sandwich.
All right.
Probably the greatest invention of all time. If it isn't invented, I should invent one.
It's hard. All right. We have to find the college Dems at this point.
Fair enough.
And hopefully...
Thank you for the interview.
No problem, man. And
thank you for being fancy for us.
We get a Webby for this. Well, that's probably a good thing because you're a hot dog and don't have a mouth. I've never understood the people that said they would eat themselves. It doesn't really work.
I can think of it as like imploding.
But how would the hot dog like decide to eat itself? It's not like the hot dog is a conscious being and you're like, you know what, I'm delicious and I'm going to eat myself.
Well, then,
that would seem to render the question irrelevant.
Yeah, the question's just kind of like...
Well, if you think about it, the people that say they would probably have self-destructive tendencies. So it's really more of a psychological question than a practical.
Quite possibly.
I think I'd be disappointed in myself that I made from the odds and ends of a pig.
You're probably not even made from a pig. We don't even know if hot dogs are made of meat.
That's true.
Also, they could just, you know, really like hot dogs.
Yeah, entirely wrong.
What if they do? They're really kind of...
Are you actually filming?
Yeah, I'm filming.
Oh, okay. No, that's cool. This is the best part of the video, as always. The part where I just stand around like a jackass. Hi. We're doing sort of a blogumentary thing.
Just an opinions from CampusFest type thing?
We were wondering if we could like take some of your time to ask you a few questions about general issues in politics, things like that.
He's gonna rock it.
You gonna rock it?
Yeah, okay. What do you gotta ask?
Just like general stuff, like what do you think about universal health care, things like that. Just to get opinions, see how well informed students on campus are. And we figured the college orgs would be a good place to start. We tried the college Republicans. We asked them a couple questions till they got uncomfortable and asked us to leave. So hopefully we can get a little more out of this here, if that's all right with you guys.
That's all right with us. I'm prepared to look stupid. So.
Well, I've been doing it all day, so you've got your work cut out for you.
I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if I've made this clear, but he's not wearing shoes.
I refuse to wear shoes.
You guys are gonna edit this so you're like PG Democrats. Stupid. I look stupid. That's what you're gonna... Anyway, I'm just keep saying that so you can get that note. Okay, so what would you like to ask?
Okay, let's just start. In general, what do you think about universal health care?
Universal health care?
Yeah.
I think it's wonderful. I actually spent 5 weeks in Canada interning in Parliament.
The greatest country
and
in the world.
I could not find, well, anyway.
I'm a Rush fan, so Canada is the greatest country in the world.
I loved it up in Canada. I could not find one person up there who would like totally get rid of their healthcare system and didn't like their whole system or whatever. Matter of fact, they bragged to me about it all the time. The second they found out I was an American, they're like, "Oh, well, here's my free healthcare card." You know, and even the Conservative Party wouldn't even dare to get rid of the healthcare system. I mean, reforms always need to happen, but I think the United States could really go in a good direction by doing like universal or single payer or something to that effect.
Do you think the government should be in charge of healthcare, or do you think that it should still stay in the private sector?
Well, I mean, I don't want to sound like a socialist or anything, but when it comes to something like our population's well-being and something like healthcare, the universal system allows for taxpayers to basically pay for each other, and we're all Americans. We're supposed to care for our brothers and our sisters and all that, and the Canadians treat it like that. Whereas we're like, well, you can't afford healthcare, too bad, or you got to get it through your employer, or we're going to drop you for pre-existing conditions. We guarantee the people a right to own a gun. Why not healthcare? Like,
why not the insurance to go to the hospital when someone shoots you with their gun?
It seems to me that would make sense, at least. Now, paying for it, yeah, okay, I would love to just tax the hell out of the rich to pay for it, but I understand that becomes an issue, but I think we can work something out. I mean, we spend a ton on the military in this country. We spend a ton on Social Security. We already spend a ton on Medicare. Like, I think we could expand Medicare. We could expand these programs and cover more people. There's no reason that people should be dying in the richest country in the world for lack of health care.
Since you brought up Canada, did you ever meet anyone in that country that was in a bad mood at any point in time?
No, they're jolly people.
Yeah, because I spent one weekend up there, and they were the most pleasant people I had ever met in the world.
I was there that week.
I know.
I was there, all of them.
5 weeks, and I'm telling you, there wasn't a bad area of town. They were so laid back.
The sky was blue, and that scared me. Like, what is this? There's a sun in the sky.
They were really, really nice people.
I'm from Detroit, so it's like 2 minutes on the border. I just want to remember. I'm like, I love you.
I mean, and they would ask me things like, well, you're an American. Did you leave your gun at home? They tease me a little bit, and it's like they own guns, but they're all like hunting guns, long rifles, and the crime. I mean, I'm from a city of like 25,000 people, and there were like 8 shootings in a month this summer.
Wow.
There's like 0 in Ottawa, which is like almost 1 million people. So it's like, I don't know what they're doing right. I have no idea what they're doing right, but I mean, like, I shouldn't say no idea, but I have an idea. I don't know if it's the perfect solution for America. We're not exactly like Canada. I know we have a different population, but if you maybe lax the drug laws a little bit, stop throwing people in jail.
Because that's the largest portion of our prison population, isn't it? Is crimes for drugs that are legal in most countries.
Right. And if you make it not necessarily make it legal, but at least decriminalize it, you stop making it such an attraction for violence.
Definitely.
Like, if you have to do drug deals in the middle of the night and guns have to get involved,
you've got a problem.
I mean, yeah. So like, if you clean up the drugs, I'm not saying relax all drug laws.
Right, because there are hard drugs that are actually harmful to people.
Right.
But the government should.
But we gotta stop ignoring all these studies that tell you smoking a little marijuana doesn't.
I have never met a violent pot smoker. Ever.
Really, all you ever want to do.
I've met hungry pot smokers, but never violent.
Yeah,
ones.
like all you ever really want to do when you smoke a little pot is like eat a few Twinkies
Twinkies and pass out.
Or Funyuns, or
something like that.
Those kids and their Funyuns.
I mean, it's really, but I mean, no one's ever gotten high and decided to kill somebody. I don't think, at least.
I don't know.
And you can't, and you certainly can't OD on it. So like turning it into, throwing you in jail for years.
Yeah, if you
just gets you involved in other crimes.
I think it's a huge. That's a whole like subtle nuance issue that we could spend hours talking about if we wanted to.
But,